Think about your entire online life for a second. Your email, your banking, all your social media. It's basically a digital fortress. But you gotta ask, how strong are its walls? Today, we're gonna learn how to build the gates, post the guards, and keep your whole digital kingdom safe and sound.
So let's just start with a really simple question. How strong is your front door's lock? Is it kind of flimsy, like a screen door you could push right through? Or is it a reinforced steel gate? Because in the digital world, that lock, well, that's your password. And it's the very first thing standing between you and a potential attacker. And, this right here reveals a pretty surprising truth. We have this image of hackers as these masterminds, breaking through super complex firewalls. But the reality? It's usually not that dramatic. Most of the time, they don't break in at all. They just walk right through the front door, using stolen keys, your username and password. Okay, so how are they getting these keys? I promise you, it's not magic. It's a set of pretty well-known techniques, and they're all designed to exploit some really common human habits. Let's take a closer look.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty, we need to be crystal clear about what's really at stake. Your digital identity isn't just your username. It's the whole collection of data that proves you are you when you're online. And when an attacker steals it, they don't just have your password. They have the power to impersonate you. They can basically become you in the digital world. And this is where it gets really scary, because it's a domino effect. If you use the same password for a bunch of different accounts, a security breach at some minor website you forgot you even signed up for can give attackers the master key to your entire digital life. Your email, your bank, the whole fortress can crumble just from that one weak link. So, these are the go-to tools in an attacker's toolbox. Phishing is that tricky email with a hook, trying to get you to just hand over your password. Brute force attacks are like a digital battering ram, just trying over and over to break your lock. And credential stuffing, well, that's when they take a key stolen from one place and just try it on every other door they can find. And you know what they all prey on? Our own bad habits. Okay, that's enough doom and gloom. It's time to build our defenses. We're going to put together our digital fortress on a really simple 3-part foundation that honestly anyone can follow. It all comes down to these 3 pillars of defense. First, we need an unbreakable gate. That's your password. Second, we need a guard. That's an extra layer of security. And finally, we need a watchman on the wall. And that's you. Let's break down each one.
Right. Pillar number 1. This is the absolute foundation, the gate itself. A strong, unique password is the fundamental building block of good security. But what does strong actually mean? Okay, so here's the cheat sheet. The 2 most important rules, length and uniqueness. And here's why. A computer can try billions of combinations per second. A short, complex password like password1 might seem tough, but it can be cracked in minutes. But a long, simple phrase like correct horse battery staple, that would take the same computer centuries to guess. Length beats complexity every single time. So you're probably thinking, how on earth am I supposed to remember dozens of unique, super long passwords? And the answer is, you don't have to. A password manager is like a secure digital vault. It remembers everything for you, and it can even generate unbreakable passwords whenever you need one. This one tool is probably the single best way to solve the password problem for good. All right, let's move on to our second pillar. Look, even the strongest gate can potentially be broken. And that's exactly why you need a second guard. We're talking about an extra layer of verification called multi-factor authentication, or just MFA. And this right here just makes it so obvious. A password by itself is just one lock. If someone steals the key, they're in. Simple as that. But with MFA, even if they have your password, they still have to get past that guard, who's going to ask for a second form of ID. The attacker gets stopped cold. It is an absolute game changer. And chances are, you're already using this stuff every day. It's that 6-digit code that gets texted to your phone, or using your fingerprint to unlock an app. It's based on something you have, like your phone, or something you are, like your Face ID. Just enable this everywhere you can. Seriously. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most important pillar. The tools and the tech are fantastic, but the strongest defense in any fortress isn't the gate or the guards. It's the watchman on the wall. Your own awareness is the ultimate security layer. So what does staying vigilant actually look like? Well, it's really about practicing good habits. Thinking for a second before you click on that suspicious link. Keeping your software updated because those updates are often patching up security holes. And just taking a minute every now and then to review your account activity for anything that looks a little weird. You are the last line of defense. So, once we've got our fortress locked down, what's next? Where is all this heading? Well, the truth is, the traditional password has always been a bit of a weak link, and the industry is actively moving to replace it. Believe it or not, the future is passwordless. Instead of relying on something you know, like a password that can be stolen or phished, security is shifting to things you have, like a physical security key, or things you are, like your fingerprint. Think about it. You can't trick someone into emailing you their fingerprint. That's exactly why these methods are so much stronger. Okay, so as we wrap this up, let's bring it all back home with this one thought. A strong password is a fantastic start. It's the lock on your front door. But a real fortress, that has multiple layers of defense. So take a look at your own digital life. How many guards do you have on duty? And how closely are you watching the walls?